like a little confirmation after you. And I've always had the same email since I started.
Right. It probably was
ambassadorship. So
yeah, it probably was season 10 or 11 since season 1 was 2003. So
yeah, it was definitely after Eva. Because after I saw Eva, I was like, oh my gosh, I can do it. Because she was real hood. So I was kind of scared on being displayed in that light because I was a little ratchet. So I was like, I don't know how they're going to take it. But then after I saw Eva, I was like, oh, hell no. I think I could do this too. I could do it too.
Yeah.
That definitely inspired me to do it. Like, I cut my hair off. I dyed it blonde. Like, I really wanted to be Eva.
So, when you finally got on the show, what was your first impression? What was your first impression of the house?
Well, I was the last person to enter the house, so I had been ready since like 7 o'clock in the morning. They just had me sitting around waiting. And when I finally got in, like as soon as I pulled in the driveway, I can hear everybody else in the house. So I just was like, oh shit, I'm about to walk up in here. The house was beautiful though, but yeah, the house was bomb. Pulling up into it, I was like, okay, this is cute. Let me see what the inside look like.
Okay then. Have you watched past seasons?
I've watched certain episodes. I'm not gonna lie and say I watched the whole season, but
right.
I watched certain episodes.
Okay then. And going into the house when they were explaining to you the rules and everything, was there like a fighting rule?
Well, before you go into the house, like they have you sitting inside of this hotel, and then in the hotel you have like a lawyer come, a producer comes, and they sit down and you go over all of the rules and regulations before you enter the house, and basically the things that could get you kicked out, and yeah. So we just went over all the terms and conditions.
Do you think the producers this season followed all the terms and conditions?
No. I don't think so. I mean, if their term, because they probably had different terms and conditions than we did.
Right.
So if their terms was to catch every single thing every time they breathe in and out, make sure you catch it, then yeah, they did their part. Or if their part was to, I don't know, cut and chop whatever their boss told them to cut and chop, then yeah, they did that part as well. But
right.
I don't think that this season they respectfully displayed any of the girls. So
okay,
any of them.
Okay, and I was speaking in the sense of, for example, when the girls would do something, how they would reprimand them. Do you think that they reprimanded the girls according to the terms, or do you think they let a lot of things slide?
No, they didn't let anything slide. They actually nitpicked that stuff, or when they felt like things weren't going according to how they visioned it or wanted it planned, then they would just do what they had to do, which is tell people what they want to tell them or do whatever they want to do with the footage.
Right. So,
and remember what they always threaten people, like, oh, you'll get fined for this if you don't do this, or right. Oh, you don't want to do that? Okay, well, when you get paid, you're only going to get this amount. So it's kind of, yeah.
That's crazy. So
and I didn't really look through my contract, so I don't know if that's, I couldn't even tell you the truth.
Right.
If that was in my contract or not, to allow them to be able to manipulate us or bribe us like that. So I don't, because like I said, I was young and I just was trying to be seen. So after the show, I had found out that I was able to rewrite my contract or put things into my contract that I felt would represent me in the best light, and I didn't know that beforehand, because when you're signing up for something, you're just like, oh, excited.
Right.
I just want to get a call back. I just want to be on TV, and that was definitely my mentality at the time. So I didn't research, nor did I read the fine print. So I wouldn't even be able to truthfully answer that question because I didn't even do my research beforehand.
Okay. So I know the first girl to actually voluntarily leave during your season was Tess. Um,
Hmm.
were you genuinely shocked that she actually left, or did you already get this feeling that she was gonna leave based on how she was acting?
Hell no, I was shocked. I was really shocked because who would pass up an opportunity like that? Like, not saying that Bad Girls Club is like the real world, or the America's Next Top Model, or like an extravagant high end show, but it's
It's
TV
right.
and
It's
it has
exposure.
a massive audience. And if you have the right team behind you, you can definitely work it in the right way. So of course, I was I was hella shocked. I was really shocked that she left. Especially coming home, I was like, I thought she just was gonna sleep it off and wake up the next day and start over. But that was crazy to me.
Right, and I
And
know.
it was such a waste. Like, do you know how many girls signed up for this show? Do you know how many girls have signed up for this show? And you just throw it away.
Right.
But she saw something that we didn't see because her ass clocked out quick. I wish I would have known that production was going to be pulling that foolish shit. I would have clocked out quick too.
But then again,
It
you
was
know.
numerous of times that I wanted to leave, or that I called a family member and told them like I'm ready to come home, or that I wasn't feeling the situation. And because production felt like I was a token key in the house, they said whatever they had to say to keep me there.
Right, right.
Which was a slap in my face, because in the end they didn't even help me out. Like, they didn't even give me, like, how y'all gonna give me this badass name and then don't even give me like an agent or some type of work afterwards? Y'all just feed me to the fucking dogs. Like, I ain't even, you're gonna make me a bad guy, and at least help me play the bad guy role, because in real life it's just shocking to people when they meet me. It's like, I was not expecting you to be like this, and now it's like I have to explain. It's just, yeah.
Right. So you expected more like more help from them after the show, like sending this.
Definitely. That's
Yeah.
why I signed up. That's why I signed up. I signed up because I was looking for an extra push in my career. Before I signed up on this show, I was a brand ambassador. Well, I'm still a brand ambassador. I worked for this company called Ascent Talent since 2007, since after high school. And with this company, I worked for different brands like Coca-Cola, Pepsi. I was one of the first Monster energy drink girls, Rockstar energy drink. So you work for a whole bunch of different brands. I passed up Budweiser to go on the show, like to be a brand ambassador for Budweiser to go on the show. So I've been modeling and I've been working in the industry before I signed up on the show. It's just I felt like I needed that extra push out of LA. I needed more people to see me,
Right.
to want to work with me. And it's so ironic how it worked, because they showcased the worst side of me, which made people not want to work with me. And it just was such a slap in the face.
I've heard that from other reality stars as well, especially the top model girls. The top model girls always say they felt like after they get off the show, they're like, "Oh, we should have got some help from Tyra and stuff like that." Because there are things that production could do. They could send your photos this way. They could probably call this person and tell them, "Hey, this person's pretty good."
Yeah, but I can't blame them for that, for not helping me. It's also with the support system and the team that you have behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like I was surrounded by the right people to help me flourish that. And I didn't understand that part of TV either. I didn't understand none of TV because I've never been on TV. I've only done print or events. So I've never understood anything else but being myself. And so I can't be mad at them for not helping me. I would have to say it's just that I didn't have the right team, and I didn't go looking for a right team either. Right after the show, I just immediately hid because I could not believe how they decided to showcase me. I'm like, all the good times that we actually had in the house, or even the times that I did try and reach out or talk to people that I was quote unquote beefing with, then y'all don't even show that, nor do they show the incidents that lead up to me feeling this way. They just show, boom, this explosion. But no, boom, that explosion happened because of a buildup. It's not just like, oh, I'm going to wake up and mess with you. Oh, let me see. Flip the coin. Heads, I'm going to get her. Tails, I'm going to get her. Let's see who it lands on. Like, that's not even how it happened. Nor did it happen like production tell me go mess with this girl or go mess with that girl. Except for Janelle. They did. They was like, okay, get her out of here. And I was like, okay. So other than her, everybody else, it just naturally happened. It just was literally law of nature.
Okay, so you went in so hard on Janelle because of production's influence.
Yes, in the beginning, it was because of the disrespectful comment when I asked her nicely if she could stop hitting me with her hair. She did not respect me asking her to not hit me with her hair. And it just really trips me out because I'm like, dang, so would I have got a different reaction, or would she have respected me if I would have, like, pulled her hair or did something crazy or disrespectful to her? And it's like, I thought that I was doing the right thing by asking her instead of making a big deal out of it.
Right.
But I guess production just thought that it was funny because the comments that were coming out of my mouth, like the stuff that I was saying in regards to it, like, but I'm just naturally goofy. So any situation, especially when I feel uncomfortable, I'm definitely going to find a way to make light of the situation or make a joke out of it. And I think production just found a way to run with it. Like with the whole tag me in situation, they was like, oh shit, WWE. Like, so everything is like my mouth always got me in trouble. It's like I would do something, I would say something, and then production would be like, ooh, there we go. Let's get on that. Let's run on that. And then it would just be that. They should give me some writer's credit for this. Like,
Hell yeah, so you helped out good with that storyline, boy.
They're like, let's use this girl. That's messed up.
So
But,
I remember there was an unaired clip. They didn't air this, which is why it kind of confused the fans. But when they saw this, they wished they would have elaborated more on this during the show. But there was an unaired clip when I think you were talking to Stephanie, and you were like, "I'm not feeling Mimi," and the fans are wanting to know why.
Oh, that was the first or second day. That was like the first or second day being in the house. Like that whole first week, and that's how me and Sarah had got close. Cause me and Sarah was not fucking with Mimi. Like, and that's what brought us together. Cause we both was like, yo, she be doing too much. Like it's every time she's in a camera, she just jumps in front of it. So it just was like really extra out and not organic to me. So I just was like, she weird.
Right, you thought she was playing a role, basically.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And then she kept saying the Justin Bieber thing. So then I kept thinking, like, is this an actress that they hired to be here? So I just started, like, tripping out in my head. Like, is she even really, like, supposed to be here? Or is she part of production? Like, what's going on? Like, this can't be a real person. Like, she cannot be a real person. Like, I just didn't believe it.
Right. Did you know that prior to the show, she was really good friends with Natalie Nunn?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like that was basically one of the reasons why they put her on the show, because she had somewhat of Natalie's controversial personality.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. She definitely spiced up the house because we was all kicking it. We was on vacation, okay? We were chilling. Like, and I don't think they like that Not for Bad Girls Club image.
Right.
It was like these girls are having too much fun with each other. They over here, yeah, we was having fun with each other.
Right.
And I don't think production liked that, or maybe Mimi didn't like it. I don't know. Somebody didn't like it because they had to find a way to change the dynamic. And then I guess that's when they tried to get Mimi and Sarah to bump heads. And that's when I started kicking it with Teresa because I'm not confrontational. Like, I just was like, okay, they being extra out. I'm just trying to turn up. Like, I'm like, we in this bomb house. We're in Miami. Like, not in no other state, but we in the beautiful Miami. Like, we supposed to be in some swimsuits somewhere on a beach with our asses out, titties tanning. Like, we supposed to be chilling. Like, and yeah, no, I guess me going in the house and then seeing how pretty all the girls was, I was like, damn, this may be like the first season of Bad Girls Club where it's really a sisterhood, like where everybody is getting along and just, you know, may have an argument from here to here because what sisters or what friends don't. Like, that shit just happens, especially if you're drunk. I argue with my sisters and my friends all the time when I'm drunk. Mm-hmm. And that's just because we're really loud and we're just aggressive. But we understand that we're just drunk. So, that's what I thought. That's what I envisioned. That's what I was hoping for. But it, of course, turned into see how many bad bitches we can get in and out of this house.
Okay. And how long after Tess left did Gigi join the cast?
We had one day to ourselves, and then she came the next day.
Okay, then. And what was your first impression on her?
She was really drunk. Me and Gigi was not cool at first. Like, she was really drunk. She kept on asking me what my name was. She kept on asking me where I was from. And then I told her, like, girl, if you don't remember it, like, just stop asking me. But you're not going to keep asking me where I'm from. I was like, especially, like, me being from LA and I'm already drunk. Like, when you ask somebody where they from, that's kind of like gangbanging on them. Like, hey, bitch, where you from? Like, you know, like, where you from? So and we was really lit at that little restaurant, and we got really lit before we went to the restaurant. And I just, yeah. But then the next day, me and Gigi was cool, and I was like, we was on the same mindset. We had, like, the same vision for the house, like, to just have fun and enjoy ourselves. And that's when I started fucking with Gigi, because I was like, this girl not here to, like, start no shit. She not here to, like, be doing nothing crazy either. She just want to have fun. So
okay, then.
That's really cool.
Right. So where were you when Sarah and Gigi got into that first fight in the kitchen? Because I didn't notice you anywhere during that scene.
Where I'm always at most of the time, either in the phone room or in the bathroom, calling Earl because I'm too faded.
Okay, then. And what was your reaction when you found out that they had gotten into a fight?
I walked in and I was like, no. I just couldn't believe it because I kept telling Sarah, like, just chill out. Because, like I said, at this time, me and Sarah it was me, Sarah, and Teresa.
Okay, so it was just the three of y'all. Y'all were all hanging together.
Yeah. That was like my store run buddies, like my little talking to buddies. That's who I was with at that time. And then I'm telling her, like, you know, just chill out. It's cool. She don't mean no harm. And Sarah didn't care. And then the whole situation, then I started getting mad at Sarah because, which I don't understand why. I had to be really drunk or I was drunk because I was throwing up. And then Tiana came in and she was like, telling me something about Sarah. But Mimi had already said something about Sarah at the strip club. Said something about Sarah was talking shit about me because the incident that happened at the strip club.
Right.
So from there, that's the last thing that I heard before I blacked out in the taxi. I threw up in the taxi. Oh my gosh. I threw up in the taxi. Then when we got to the house, I went straight to the bathroom. I threw up again in the bathroom. And then that's when Tiana came in. And Tiana confirmed what Sarah said. So that's when I was like, okay, so I'm not that faded. Sarah talking shit, and that's why all this commotion is happening. Because it was a whole bunch of, like, rah-rah happening while I'm faded. So then Mimi takes me in the bedroom and puts me in the bed, and she was like, telling me about whatever was going on with Sarah, and her and Tiana was about to handle it.
Okay.
So then I wake up the next day, and that's when it all happened. They told me, Tiana said that Sarah wasn't loyal and that she was talking shit. And then that's why I wasn't fucking with Sarah. And I didn't even care to ask her. And I think that's where I fucked up on my half as being a woman or even like an adult. Like I should have, especially living in the same house. And I think that that's where all that tension came from, because I did not speak to her about it, nor did I ask her about it, nor did I ask her what she said, knowing that Sarah would have told me if she would have said it or not.
Right.
So, and I think that that's where I went wrong, because that just caused me to not fuck with her. And then I was disgusted how she was trying to treat Gigi, and that's what watered it. It was like, okay, yeah, she really is out here scheming shit.
Okay, then. And I remember during that fight in the living room when you and Sarah had started fighting, I noticed y'all two are more so kind of like
Pushing
just
each other.
just pushing each
I
other.
still fucked with Sarah. Like,
Yeah.
I just was upset that she kept on trying to start shit. Because then I started thinking that she was acting like Mimi. And then I'm like, come on. Now Mimi done tagged you in. Now you doing the stupid shit. Okay, so Gigi tagged me in because you want to be acting stupid. Okay, what the fuck is the problem? Like, we really arguing over a phone number, and then you mad at Gigi because she said something, a week ago? Like, come on. Like, this... I was over it. I was over everything. I was over it.
Right, okay. I was under the impression that you were doing that just because you didn't want to actually up and hit her and you didn't get sent home. That's what I was figuring.
No, I didn't want to hit her because I didn't think that, one, it wasn't my fight, and two, if I wanted to hit her, I would have punched her first. I wouldn't have pushed her first. Like, I would have punched her first. That wouldn't have been my first instinct if I wanted to hit her. I pushed her because I'm like, okay, you keep on messing with her, then mess with me. Why you keep on messing with Gigi? Mess with me.
Okay.
That's what that was.
Okay, then. And that was actually the first jump in the house. What was your feeling on Gigi and Mimi coming up behind her and pulling her hair?
It's understandable because neither one of them liked Sarah. So that was understandable because they had the most beef with Sarah.
Okay.
So it wasn't surprising to me.
Okay, then. And how did production handle y'all after they broke that little mess up? Were they kind of angry? Did they say anything to y'all?
No, they didn't really say anything. They just separated us, and they were like, and that was it. That's all I really remember. Honestly, I don't remember too much. After me and her had our little shuffle, they took me out. They took me outside. And I was outside.
I got you.
And then when I came back in, so every time you would see me, I'm from behind, because I'm in the back because I came back in from the patio.
Okay.
So I came back into the commotion, and when I came back in, that's when security came back in, because security was trying to keep me, and then once I got loose, then they came back in, and that's when they separated that.
Okay, then. And so when y'all had that house meeting and y'all were telling Sarah like, "Hey, we want you to go home," did production have some influence on that, or did y'all collectively as a house come to that agreement?
No, that's just what we came up with on our own.
Okay.
Yeah. We just came up with that on our own.
I got you. So then, as tensions rise, Mimi and Sarah, they end up scuffling. Did y'all hear it from downstairs, or like what made y'all come up?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Yes, you could. It sounded like a rumble, and we all ran up the stairs, and it was like, damn. When we ran up the stairs, all of Sarah's hair was over her face, and when she lifted her hair back, that's why I was like, damn, because her face looked so crazy. I was not expecting that. Yeah, it was a big ass rumble.
Right,
and that's
right.
the same with Shanae's fight. I was downstairs in the bathroom, and I was running. When I ran up, it was all being broken up. I was like, damn, I'm always missing all this stuff. Like, I'm always missing all the action. I miss mostly everything. I miss mostly everything except for the stuff that I initiated.
Okay. And were you genuinely surprised that Mimi and Sarah got sent home?
Yes, I was. I was not expecting them to send Sarah home. I was not expecting them to send Sarah home.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
And I don't understand why they did. Like, Yeah, they were saying she was a liability, but I don't think that them sending her home was a good idea. Because then after that point, it just was like, all right, well, let's just see how many girls we can switch out.
Okay, then. I think maybe they were probably going by the dynamic of y'all's season. Like, they knew that there was kind of like a gang mentality. Because 2 girls from your season got sent home for being a liability. One was Sarah and the other was Janelle.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know,
Well, I don't think a liability, I think.
Well,
Well, they
see,
told me I don't know.
yeah, in an interview that Janelle did a while ago, she said that production told her, "Hey, we're gonna send you home because you're a liability, but if you want to go ahead and do your shit, do your shit." So that's one of the reasons why she popped on. Oh, girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because that same day, production said that she can go home.
Okay. Yeah, and then
So,
so I guess they told her one thing and then told
they
y'all
told
another
me
thing.
if you wanted to go home, she can go home
Okay.
today. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. So
Rise and shine, Janelle. It's time to go home.
okay then. So they leave the house, and then Janelle and Shanae replace Mimi and Sarah. And first impressions, we probably already know Janelle's. What about Shanae's first impression?
Well, my first impression on both of them was that they were pretty. But the thing that separated the both of them was that Janelle was like really, really, like she has a really big personality.
Right.
So it was, but it's like a really big, like, I don't want to say that that'd be disrespectful, but it's like she came in like, bitches, wash y'all pussy, it's time to go out. Like, hold on. Hold on, we got a hangover. We just came from outside. What do you mean? We've been outside all day, all night. What are you saying? So yeah, it was big. She came in. I don't know if she was drunk already, but it was a lot.
Okay then, and a lot of the fans feel like Shanae had a problem with Janelle because y'all had a problem with Janelle because y'all know she was with y'all before things changed.
I don't think she had a problem with Janelle. I don't think she had a problem. I don't think anyone really had a problem with Janelle but me. Honestly, I don't think anyone seriously had a problem with Janelle or like a disconnect with Janelle besides me.
I remember Shanae said she kind of didn't feel her because she felt like she was really bougie and she doesn't like bougie girls.
Oh, about the juice. Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah.
No.
I can't speak for other people.
I feel you, babe.
This is new for me. You telling me stuff. I had separated myself from this whole little thing, so I only be in the business that's mine. Like if somebody tag me in something, then I'll see it, or that's the only time. But I don't be in the middle of people's stuff.
Right.
I learned my lesson after getting tagged in. I don't want to be in nobody else's business.
Right. So
and let grown-ups handle it themselves.
Right. So that situation when they came back from the club and Gigi was finna fight Janelle, was that production influenced or did she literally tell y'all like I'm finna handle this hoe?
Oh no, Gigi was genuinely upset with Janelle.
Okay.
She was really mad.
Okay then. Did you expect it to go as wild as it did?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, yeah. We were drunk, yeah. At that point, yeah.
Okay.
We was tipsy.
Okay then. And so she's like, you wanna pop off, and then she gets up, she turns around to take her earrings off and Janelle hits her. And with fans it was kinda like one fan feels this way, another fan feels this way. One fan feels like she shouldn't have hit her when she turned around. Another fan feels like, well, she was looking at her when she stood up. So why would you turn around if somebody's already in your face? What was your opinion on that? Do you think Janelle was wrong for doing that?
Yeah, because why would you wait until she turned around? That part. And I think that Gigi turned around to walk away because if Janelle wasn't doing nothing that whole time she was in her face, why continue to be in her face? So she turned around to walk away.
Okay.
But waited until she turned around and walked away.
Okay.
So that's how I, like me looking at it, if I was a fan looking at it, that's how I feel because I'm not in that situation.
Right.
So just me looking at it, I would feel like, why would you wait till she turned around after she was in your face, clapping in your face for a minute? Gigi was in her face for a minute. And then she turned around and she was walking away. And then you waited. And then you hit her. So, yeah, that was...
I got you. And I want to know what kind of made you. Cause I noticed I think you were trying to break it up in the beginning. I think you were trying to break it up, but something had happened which made you fall, and then you got up and you had grabbed hold of her hair. Fans are wondering what triggered you to be like, oh, bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Because I was coming in to get Teresa away because Teresa was lit. So I was trying to grab Teresa and break it up, and I was hitting the crossfire, so I was reflecting. It was my reflection.
I got you.
Just like I'm sure it was her reflection to hit me while I was in the middle of their fight. So I don't really take no.
I got you.
Yeah.
So then after that situation, production sends Teresa home because they told her any centimeters closer to Janelle's eye, she would have went blind because she kicked her.
Yeah, she kicked her.
So, what was your feeling when you found out Teresa was going home?
I was sad because I was definitely my partner, so I was really upset. And I felt like Janelle should have went home because it was like majority rules, and if she was a liability, then she should have been a liability right then and there, and she should have went home instead of Teresa. Or why they didn't send Teresa and Janelle home like they did Sarah and Mimi. And that's how I felt about it. So then after that, I just felt like production was being burnt out because some shit that happened in a limo previous to that. So I just was like I was over production. So I just was being utterly disrespectful at this point.
Okay, yeah. So then after that, I remember, I think Teresa had told either you or Tiana, she was like, just promise me you'll get her out from me. Don't let her make it to the end. And so then after that, the way they portrayed it made it seem like it was Teresa. She was the reason why y'all were pushing so hard to get her out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, then that did become like a more of a reason.
Okay.
Like it became more of a something to do. Like that sounds so crazy, but it just became like, okay, well, I guess this could be the action in the house since all of us get along. Like since we all like each other, and they sent Teresa home over this girl, then why not make this something to do?
Okay, yeah. So then after Teresa gets sent home, Andrea comes in and she replaces Teresa. Mm-hmm. What was your first impression on Andrea, honey?
I liked Andrea when she first came in. I thought she was cool. She was a little crazy, but she liked to party with. I thought Andrea was cool, and we had like a couple deep conversations, and she told me some stuff which made me have like a soft spot for Andrea. And so that's why when she left, I was like, damn, was she just faded and don't remember? Like a little bond that I thought that we created, and then you came back home and went really crazy. So that just threw me for a loop, and I just was like, well, especially after the shit that she told me, I just was like, well, yeah, I'm just gonna leave her alone.
Well, on the episode that she left when she was in the confessional, I think this was also I think probably 2 days after Shanae had got jumped. She felt like there was gonna come a time where she was gonna end up getting jumped because she noticed how everybody got mad at her for trying to break up, trying to get everybody off of Shanae, and she just felt like she was gonna get jumped. So
I wasn't up there when it happened. Remember, I came running up there, so I didn't see that part.
Right.
And I don't understand why she would feel that way and not say something, because Gigi was cool with her. I was cool with her. I don't believe Tiana had a problem with her. Like, everybody was cool with Andrea. So everybody was confused. We was like, wow.
Right.
It was really shocking to everybody. So,
right.
and I don't, yeah.
Okay, then. So then, when it came to
I,
the
I,
I'm
I
sorry.
thought
Go
she
ahead.
was, I thought she was cool. And then when she first came in, we even told her like everything that was going on with Janelle, so she didn't feel like, like she just walked into some crazy shit, but she walked into some crazy shit. So I explained to her, we used to be sitting outside smoking with each other, and Sinead, I guess Sinead didn't like that. I saw those clips where Sinead was upset that I would be outside talking to Andrea, but I didn't understand. Like we didn't have a problem. Like
Right.
just like how other people in the house could be cool with Janelle and be cool with me. Why can't I be cool with Andrea and be cool with other people that's not cool with her too? Like I didn't get that, so that's why I just still was doing me.
Right. Right.
True to me.
Mm-hmm. So, when it came to the Shanae situation, what really made y'all start kind of feeling a type of way about Shanae?
Because Shanae was our roommate, and we used to always talk, and we would always tell her like how we didn't want to be there, how like we was ready to go home, and we would be talking about how we missed our family or how we missed this and how we missed that, and we would all vent to each other, me, her, and Tiana. We would all be up in there talking with each other, or it would be two of us or all three of us, and she every time she would get a chance, like when it's a bigger group, she would just really make it and I know it doesn't have anything to do with me, but it just would irritate me. Like every time it would be a bigger group, she would really make it show that she was like sad or depressed and be like super extra mopey. But what really did it for me was that production had put together this audition and this little dance situation just for her. Don't nobody in that house dance. Can't nobody up in that house boom boom cat dance. We know that. They put this together so she can go, so she can get like, like a little piece of home and feel chill. And she kept saying that she didn't want to go. She kept saying she didn't want to go. And I was so mad because I didn't want to go. It's embarrassing. I cannot dance. And what's even more embarrassing, that I would never go to a video shoot and an audition dancing. Like, why would I do that? That's not my category. That's not my field. That's not my lane. I don't dance. And I basically was pressured to go and was told that if I didn't go, I was going to get fined because they only had this amount of people on the crew at that time, and everybody had to go to the set, and that me and Tiana couldn't be at the house talking or doing other stuff because they weren't going to have production there. And I'm like, you mad and moping that you can't, that you want to dance and that you miss doing this and miss doing that, and here's your chance and here's your opportunity, and you basically saying that you don't want to go. And I just was over it. I was like, okay, I don't want to do this no more.
Okay.
I just felt like I keep getting pressured by production to do whatever they want to do, and other people are just always like crying and moping over little stuff.
Right.
It was too stressful. I'm not good in stressful environments. I learned that about myself.
Okay then, and so the night when y'all had went to the club and everything, which they didn't show this on TV, but they said I think they did show her friends, but they didn't show her friends showing up to the house. They said that while she was getting jumped, her friends were trying to come inside, but production wouldn't let them in there. So did you know anything about that, or?
Well, I do know that when people come into the house, you have to get like screened. So which means you have to get like run through like a check before you can come inside the house.
Okay.
So I believe, I'm not sure, because again, I was in the bathroom. So this whole incident, I'm don't know nothing about.
Yeah, my bad, boo. I keep forgetting.
Even at the club, because I didn't have a problem with her friends at the club. I didn't see nothing wrong with her friends at the club.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know, but like that wasn't my problem with Shanae. Like I like being at the club with Shanae. Her friends was lit too, so I don't understand. But I believe that her friends were going through the scan, like going through the screening during that time.
Okay.
So I think that they were getting checked in because that happened immediately. Like, we walked in the house and it happened. Like, everybody walked in the house and boom. It's like they followed her up there and yeah.
Okay, and did production have anything to say about that after that was said and done to y'all? After Shanae had decided to leave and everything?
No.
Okay. So then Shanae leaves, and then I think it was Benzie that... No, Benzie was already in the house. Benzie replaced Janelle. I just realized I skipped over a whole storyline. Okay, so... Back to the Janelle stuff real quick. Just real quick. So we can, so we can go ahead and move on to the next bad girl. Okay, so with Janelle, the day when you were getting ready to get her out the house and everything, and you came and told Tiana. I remember in my interview with Tiana, she said it kind of surprised her because she didn't... I know you said that production was had influenced you to do that, but she said that when you had came in there, it had surprised her. Like, she didn't know that you were going to get ready and do it. And she was like, I don't know if production had something to do with it. But now that you're saying it makes sense. Yeah. Because she said it did surprise her. Like, oh, okay, you ready for it to go? Well, let's do it.
Yeah, no, because we had been talking about it.
Okay.
We had been talking about it, but we was like, nah, we gonna wait. Okay. And then, if you notice, we were in the phone room when I first told her, like, it's going down. Okay. Like, it's about to happen. But that time in the phone room, I was telling her it's going down, it's going to happen, and I believe the next day, that's when it happened. Because that's when production told me, like, okay, go ahead. And then I came in there, and I was like, hey, yo, T, come here. And I told her, I was like, it's about to happen. She getting too comfortable. She got to go. So I guess, maybe that's why they asked me to go say that, so they can have that for that.
Right. So then after her and Tiana get into that little fight when Tiana had went on and pulled her out the door, did you expect her to jump back and hit you like that?
No, I didn't, and I didn't expect Tiana and her to fight either. I didn't expect all of that to even happen. I didn't expect the fight to happen. Janelle real non-confrontational too, so I didn't expect none of that to happen. It surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that does make sense then. When they were telling her she was going home anyway, they was just like, go ahead and pop off, do what you need to do. That made a lot of sense, being that she wasn't as controversial while y'all were living with her.
Yeah.
So, okay, so then Janelle busts a split, hate on it, and Janelle is gone. All right, so then Benzie replaces Janelle. What was your first impression on Benzie?
Benzie was cool. That's my girl. I still talk to Benzie when she comes out here. We hang out.
Okay.
But yeah, Benzie was cool. She was chill.
Okay.
I really don't. Because Benzie came late. So when she came, we were getting ready to go to Puerto Rico. So
Right.
Yeah, she came when we were just like in turn up phase. So
right.
And Janelle wasn't there. Nobody was beefing with anybody. We just was chilling. So
okay then. So then after Andrea leaves, then the next replacement was Haley.
Oh yeah, Benzie and Andrea was chilling.
Yes, they were really cool. Yes.
Yeah, they were really cool. Yeah.
Yes. So then after Andrea leaves, Haley replaces her. And I remember Tiana saying something like they asked y'all, did y'all want another girl or did y'all want something else? What was the other ultimatum?
They asked us, do we want a replacement or do we want to turn up?
Okay. And y'all voted to turn up or y'all voted for the...
No, I did not want a replacement. I voted to turn up. I just wanted to turn in the beginning. What are we going to do for another replacement? And that's why Haley got that energy from me as well. And then it was because when she did come, I was already over it. So then I was like, fuck, now we got to go out again. And I was so mad because we couldn't go to the places that we wanted to go out to. We can only go to the places inside that little book. So it got real boring real fast. And so I'm on the computer looking for somewhere to go for her. And she's outside talking about me or saying something, and Stephanie came up in there and told me that she was out there talking about me, and I came out there and asked her, and she said she didn't say nothing. So then I was like, okay, well, we're going here at this time, and blah, 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 blah. So then we get dressed, we go out, and she almost burned me with her blackened mouth numerous of times. She fell, and she, like, kept on, I don't know if she was, like, doing it on purpose, but she kept on just getting close to me. And I was like, is she doing this on purpose? I'm like, what the hell? But, yeah, then she fell into these other people VIP table and knocked over like everything, and she was like covered in juice. It just was like embarrassing. Then she gonna go up there into the DJ booth talking about, yeah, telling that the Bad Girls Club is in the building. We're like, girl, as sloppy drunk as you are, and he up there talking mess, like basically clowning us. Like, oh, Bad Girls Club, like making jokes and shit. And we just like, oh my gosh, let's go. So then we get in a limo, and I just told her, I'm like, yo, how old are you? And then she tells me, and I was like, this is slop, like, you being sloppy, are you okay? And I guess she didn't like that. And she was like, well, if you're older than me, then help me and tell me. And I was like, I'm telling you right now. Like, I'm trying to tell you now that you were being really sloppy. Like, that was really crazy. Then we get inside the house, and then she threw up, and then she kept on lying, trying to make it seem like Benzie did it. And I was just like, okay, you lying about throwing up, now you trying to blame it on Benzie. I was drunk. Yeah.
I feel you. So, production didn't have no type of influence on you popping on her. That was basically your own decision.
That was yeah.
Okay then. And did you expect everybody else to join in, or you were just like, okay?
No, I didn't. No, I did not. No, I did not. And that was the most extra loudest thing ever. And I'm so happy that it happened at the end, and I got to go home afterwards.
Okay.
Because that was really crazy.
Okay then. And why were you glad that you had to go home afterwards? You just didn't kind of want to just, you know.
I didn't want to be there. Like, I didn't want the energy. I felt like I was turning into... Then it was like a clip where I'm outside in the rain crying to Stephanie and them. And that's because I was like, I don't know who I am. I feel like I'm a monster. And I'm like, I feel like I'm just doing anything. Like, my idle mind is being a devil's workshop right now. Like, I need to get out this house. Like, I need to get out of here. And... yeah, I just was feeling like I need to get out. Like, that was just too much.
Right. And I remember after they broke it up the first time, you went upstairs and you noticed how, what was wrong with it? Because I really couldn't tell on the...
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that big of a deal, but me being dramatic, she did pop me in my eye. That was when it first initiated. She popped me in my eye.
Okay.
And then everybody kept on saying, like... well, when you went upstairs, did you see how she looked? And I'm like, but that don't matter, because I felt like I was fighting Benzie and her. Because, like, I'm trying to get Benzie off. It's like, why? Like, what's the point? Like, I'm not getting beat up. Like, I'm handling my own. Like, what is the point? Like, I don't get it. I don't know. I felt like all through the season, every time somebody intervened, even me, I felt like we just all was looking for a reason to have a little tally on our altercation chart. Like, that's it. Like, okay, she's a bad bitch. Here's one tally because she got in an argument with her. She's a bad bitch because she got in a fight with her. Here's one tally. Here's two tallies. She clawed out her eyes. Here's four tallies. She's fought four bitches at one time. Like, it's like fighting isn't even... that's not even... yeah.
Right.
I don't even know. It was too much.
Right. So then after they get everybody off of Haley and they head out the door, the production... they did have something to say. They aired it. Okay, so then after that... so after that, the next day...
they was over it at that point, too. They was like, that was fucking crazy. And it was...
yeah. I remember, I think his name's Steve. He was like, you're not here to beat each other's faces in, so all of you are going to be fined.
But that's how they made it seem, though. That's how they made it seem like they wanted it. That's what they made it seem like they wanted us to do. Because when we chilling and just getting into, like, little bickers every now and then, or, arguing every now and then, that wasn't enough for them. So they act like that's what they wanted from us. They act like they wanted us to be fucking wild and animals, and so that's that's what they got.
Right, and I remember Tiana was really upset at the fact that they were getting fined, and I remember the lady was like, "Is there a problem? Do y'all want to leave?" And I want to know, what was your reasoning for getting up and leaving the couch when Tiana got up and leaving the couch? Were you kind of feeling the same way, like, fuck this shit?
I've been wanting to leave. Like, I had been wanting to go.
Okay.
Like, been wanting to go.
Okay.
I think I was really over it either before we went to Key West or after Key West. It was sometime around Key West, though, and I just was like, fucking over it, because I think that's when I was trying to be kind of cordial with Janelle, but she just was still being a bitch. So I just was like, yeah, nah, this ain't happening. I'm not. It's not that serious.
Right.
So, and then that's when I started to see like the change in myself. And I started to see that I was being a person that I didn't want to hang out with. And then I just started to be mopey. I just wanted to sleep all day. I just wanted to eat all day. Then you see me just eating all day and getting fat and just not doing nothing because I'm depressed and I'm not enjoying my time in this beautiful city like I should be. Right. And when I'm not happy, it definitely shows on me. So I cannot hide my depression or my anxiety. It definitely shows.
Right. And then production, did production have any influence on you and Tiana and the other girls coming in Haley's room trying to, take her stuff and, put her out the house?
No, that was us.
Okay. Were y'all really that mad, or were y'all just trying to just do some shit?
We were just trying to get it over with.
Okay.
We was just trying to get her out. Like, we just figured if we get her out, then maybe we all can go home.
I got you. And what made y'all kind of, end up being cordial with her before she left?
'Cause Tiana's birthday party.
Okay.
It was like, we just, like, tramp treated this girl, like, really dogged her out, and like her heart, it was like still pure. She was just like, I don't give a fuck, like, y'all can't break me, like, and that's why I was like, yo, we've been tripping this whole time. Like, she should have been in here. Like, she should have been one of the first replacements. We would have been seeing that no matter what you do, like, strength does not come in your muscles. It comes in your mental. Right. And how you can handle a situation and how you can carry yourself through a situation and how to not be broken and to not let an environment conform you to it. And that's what I learned from that whole Haley situation. Out of everything, I feel like I learned the most from that. And not because it was the most brutal, but because it was most definitely the most eye-opening. That, like, self-control, you need it.
Okay, then. So, how long was Haley there? Because she was only on the last 2 episodes.
A week.
She was there a week. Okay, then.
Yeah. Maybe, like, 6 or 5 days or something like that, but, like, a week.
Okay, then. So then y'all leave the house. How long after y'all left the house did y'all film the reunion?
I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks? Okay, then. So tensions were basically kind of still high then. Mm-hmm. Okay, then. So going to the reunion, did you plan on fighting Janelle at the reunion, or?
No, I didn't plan on fighting anybody. I didn't want to fight anybody. Production had hit me up and told me, like, that they wanted me to bring something for this person and bring something for that person. Like, basically everybody that I had a problem with, they wanted me to bring something for them, like something sarcastic or funny or whatever for them. Right. And I didn't. I was like, I'm not about to do that shit. Like, what am I gonna bring? I'm not bringing nothing. Okay, so then I get there and they told me they had like this book or something like that for Shanae. I don't know. They had like different shit. And then I told production, I was like, I don't want to fight nobody. I was like, but when I see Janelle, I am going to slap her or mush her or pusher. I was like, I don't know, whatever my hands feel like doing.
Okay.
That's like my exact words that I told production.
Okay.
And that was only because I was still petty, and I still felt like she slapped me and we didn't even get one. Like, so no.
Okay then, and some of the fans are wanting to know why did you cut your wig before the reunion? Like, why did you cut it short?
Because first it was straight, it was bone straight, and it did not look like Jimmy Neutron's mama's hair before I went on stage. When I went back, or my makeup, my hairstylist nor my makeup artist could come to the reunion because of, I guess, whatever incident happened with the girl and her sister. When her sister ran up on the stage,
You talking about Jen's sister from All Star Battle?
yeah. Okay. So when her sister ran up on the stage, that caused them to not allow anybody to have any extras. So we couldn't bring anybody. Nobody was there but us. Like, and the audience was like hand chosen from production. Nobody could have any type of relations to anybody that's part of the cast members. So, yeah. So when I went on stage, before I went on stage, of course I had to get touched up. I had been there for a minute. My hair and my makeup had been done for, I think, like 3 or 4 hours before I went on.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, the lady, she had that little flat iron that has the brush and the roller on it.
Right.
And she said that it gets your hair straight, but she didn't tell me that it puts a bump in it. And so it put a bump in my hair, and I didn't have no time to fix it. I couldn't do nothing else with the translucent, the white ash translucent powder that they put on my face. I couldn't do nothing about it but get in line and go on stage.
I got you. And I remember in an interview you did, I think it was after you had did the reunion, the guy had asked you your feelings on Tanisha, and you said she's one of those types of people that you think they're going to be really nice and cool when you first meet them, but then when you meet them, you're like, not my cup of tea. So why did you...
Yeah, it's a lot of people like that. I think there's a lot of girls in the franchise that are like that.
Okay, because I know the fans, they usually complain about her being the reunion host because they feel like she's very biased. So did she do anything or say anything that made you kind of feel some type of way about her during the reunion?
No.
Okay.
I didn't really notice. I didn't really notice anything if she did.
Okay. All right, so y'all start the reunion or whatever, and y'all were talking about the Haley situation. So y'all didn't really worry about Haley trying to come fight or nothing like that. Y'all knew y'all were good, right?
Well, I wasn't trying to come fight Haley, and if she was trying to come fight me, I would understand it. I would defend myself, but I wasn't trying to fight Haley. I definitely was coming to apologize and let her know that was out of line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
My intentions was Haley was not to fight at all.
Okay.
That was my thoughts.
Was there anything at the reunion that like wasn't shown on TV that you wish they would have shown or?
Oh, me and Tanisha in my dressing room when I asked her about that thing, whatever she had to say about me. She had tweeted something or she had said something, and she was like basically telling me, oh, she didn't mean it like that, and I don't know. They never show when people are like apologizing or letting shit be known.
Okay.
Never show that. But as far as like on the stage, the reunion stage, no.
Okay, and what was the audience's reaction to the clip shown? Was the audience talking shit to y'all? I know on some of the seasons when the audience watch the clips and they see certain shit that they don't like, they're talking shit to the girls on stage, or they're just booing, like.
Oh no! The Haley clip?
I don't know. I mean, any of them, but yeah.
No, they wasn't doing any booing. They just was like gasping, like, or ooh, like shit like that. But nobody booed. Nobody booed though.
Okay.
Or did they like heckle us? They didn't say anything negative either. So
okay, so watching it back, you know, at the reunion, what was your reaction to the fight with Haley?
The fight with Haley was definitely intense, especially the way that they edited it. But yeah, it was crazy. I definitely feel like it shouldn't have been taken to that level. It didn't need to be taken to that level.
Right.
And yeah, I can only speak for myself. I initiated the fight. She socked me in my eye. I was fighting the girl. I cannot help or speak for anybody else that jumped in or decided to do whatever they decided to do.
Right.
But I can just speak for myself, and for myself, I just wish nobody else would have intervened.
Okay. And did any of y'all think that Sinead was going to come to the reunion and fight?
Yeah, I did. I thought Sinead was going to want to come and fight.
Okay. You in particular, or just somebody else?
No, not me. I don't think she would want to. I don't think she would have wanted to fight me. Not for a conversation that we had.
Okay.
And I didn't swing on Sinead, nor did I try and fight Sinead. I ran upstairs when it was being broken up. So I don't know.
Okay then.
But I didn't think she was going to try and fight me, but I did think she was going to try and comfort Gigi and Stephanie for what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you expect Benzie to get up and fight her?
No, I did not.
Okay.
No, I did not.
And I noticed the edit was so crazy because 1 minute, like, they're going back and forth and it looks like it's all happening at the same time. But I think it was cut up because there's one point where you're actually looking at them arguing. And then right when she looks up and she says something to Tanisha, I see you and Andrea, y'all reaching over to each other. I don't know if y'all are talking or y'all doing something. Yeah. Why that was going on?
We was just back there chopping it up. I think because what had happened, who came out before that? Did an altercation happen before?
Yes, it did.
Well, what happened before that?
Before that, you and Janelle fought, Tiana and Janelle fought, and Sarah and Gigi fought.
Sarah and Gigi. Okay, well, one of the altercations that happened, we were talking about it because I had got up and I had stood behind the couch and she was laughing about it. And when we were talking, I was like, yo, they ain't calling me no jumper hoe no more. I was like, I'm getting away. I was like, I'm standing behind the couch when the fight happens. Like, that's what we were laughing about.
Right.
I was like, I'm staying out of the way. She was like, yeah, me too. I got to stand clear.
So then after that little situation, well, not after that situation, I kind of just skipped to that because we were already talking about Sinead. But anyway, so then Janelle comes out, and y'all are like, okay, your wig looking all right, and, you know, y'all being funny, talking all this shit or whatever like that. And then Janelle starts to take her shoes off or whatever. So it seems like she was on go mode. Did that kind of surprise you?
Yeah, so when she did that, that's what increased. That's what motivated me to do that.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh, okay, so she ready, so she knows something's about to happen. So I might as well just do it now. Let's get this out the way.
Okay then, and I remember when Tanisha said she wanted to feel her hair because she said it was Virgin Brazilian. You had pushed her. You was like, "What's up, Janelle? How you feeling?" And boom.
Yeah, because I didn't know if that was Tanisha's way of trying to get her over there to try and get me. So that's why I was like, okay, these bitches is funny. Like that's what I was thinking in my head. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
That's good. Let me be ready. That's why I stood up while she was walking over there because I didn't know if she was gonna make a pit stop before. So that's why I was like, hold on.
Right.
And you be ready.
And so then when you walked up on her again, and then she had tried to swing, but security had got. She didn't connect, did she, or no?
No, she did not.
Okay. Did that shock you that she just jumped up like that?
Yeah, it did. It definitely shocked me that she jumped up like that because she be trying to I don't know. I guess she fights strategically because she tries to she tries to get you when you least expect it.
Okay, then.
Mhm.
So then after that, her and Tiana had got to, and Tiana's, a lot of the fans were kind of annoyed with it. Tiana explained it more in my interview with her, so they kind of get it now. But what was your reaction to Tiana just hopping up and running over there? Did she tell you she was going to do that?
No. No.
Okay, so that kind of shocked you too then, huh?
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Okay, then.
Expecting that, nor did we discuss it.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. I just forgot. I forgot. You went to the back, actually, when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then you came running back out. But what made you run back out?
Because I'm like, what's going on? I'm always missing everything. I was running back out to see what was going on.
Okay.
I am an African American from Los Angeles, okay? Every time we hear a commotion,
Y'all
we do
running,
the
man.
opposite. We do the opposite. We run to see what's going on.
Right. So then, after that, as the reunion progresses and everything like that, and everybody's talking and, things are progressing, Sarah comes out. And it's Sarah and Gigi, and Gigi hops up on the couch and they start fighting. A lot of the fans felt like it was a pussy move of Gigi to hop on the couch and fight her while Sarah's on the ground. What did you think of that?
I think that the fans are gonna try and find any way to hate any reason to hate Gigi, and I don't understand why. Because I don't think that it was a pussy move. If you're fighting, then it's a fight. Like, you're gonna do what you gotta do to win. So I don't understand how it's a pussy move when she has help. It's a pussy move when she's fighting by herself. It's a pussy move when she's holding her hair. It's a pussy move when she's holding her by the throat. It's like, I don't understand. They just don't like Gigi, and it's really sickening. But I don't think it was a pussy move, because I don't think that it was a pussy move for Lucci to stand on the couch and handle Julie like that. So, but we all love that. So I don't know.
Okay, so you feel like it's kind of like a double standard.
It's definitely a double standard, just like with me. Because I don't understand how Janelle hates me so much, but I did the least amount of stuff to her. Like, I didn't do anything but mush you, basically, at the reunion. And then also wake you up and tell you that you're getting ready to leave. Like, I don't understand. I didn't pour water on you. I didn't fight you. I didn't wake you up out of your sleep. Oh yeah, I did in the morning time, but I didn't wake you up out of your sleep to do nothing crazy. Yeah, never mind. But yeah, but she just hates me the most, and I just never understand that. Or Sarah, like, bitch, we used to be cool, and now you hate me the most. Like, everybody, I don't know. People are just really different from when you know them when you meet them in real life.
Okay, I did not know that you and Sarah were not cool.
I mean, not cool, but people just they have something to say, or
Right,
something
because I remember at the
to
reunion.
say.
Yeah, because I remember at the reunion when she brought those shirts, and you stood up when she first came out because you thought she was trying to fight. But then
I did.
But then
because Sarah's a firecracker, and you don't know. I thought she was gonna come out on that stage and like open hand slap everybody. So I just was ready. I thought she was just going to like go down the couch like pat 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 pat.
Right.
So I just was like, you got to be ready because you never know what's there.
Right, but then she pulls out the shirt. It says so cute, and you was like, Sarah, are you serious? And she was like, no, I'm dead ass. And then you're like, okay, we'll talk. Did y'all ever talk after the reunion?
No, we didn't. We didn't ever talk.
Okay. So then after that, and the reunion comes to a close, what was your feeling on everything? Do you feel like you did all you wanted to do?
After the reunion, I felt like I just wanted to throw the whole experience in the trash. Just throw it all away. What a waste. What a waste of time. What a waste of slandering of my name. Just what a waste of energy. What a waste of stomach lining from throwing up so much. Like, just what a waste. Like, I just was over it. I just was ready to be done.
Right.
And the whole franchise with everything. Because, yeah, This is ready to be done.
Right.
Because they say it's supposed to be a sisterhood. They say once you get on the show, then, it's supposed to be like a sorority type of thing. And that's definitely not true.
Right.
Definitely not true. It's more of like a community to tear each other down. It's like it's a race to see who could. It's like a competition that doesn't need to be needed because we all were selected out of millions and billions of girls throughout all the years that this show has been open to be on this show. So I think that makes us all a bad bitch. Whether you lasted 1 day, 2 days, was a replacement, original, whatever it is, you was there. And so you should know what the experience is like, and that's something that we should all have in common, which should bring us together. But it doesn't. It still puts us in competition to see who could, who can have the best experience or the best story or whatever the case may be. And it sucks because it could be a dope ass union because so many of the women are so creative and so beautiful that we could really build an empire within its own that could that could have so much longevity, but instead, just crabs in a bucket.
Right. So, and what was your feeling on Mimi not showing up to the reunion? Did you know why she didn't show up?
I expected it. Yeah, she didn't show up. I don't know why she didn't show up. I can't speak for that girl.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay,
but
so
I expected it.
Okay, so y'all didn't reach out to her like afterwards and was like, "Hey, girl, why you didn't show up?"
No.
Okay.
No.
Alrighty then. So then, after this season, kind of while your season was airing, All Star Battle Season 1 was airing. So there was no Season 11 girls on Season 1. But Season 2, we had Tiana, we had Andrea, and we had Janelle from Season 11. Did you get called for Season 2?
Yeah, I'm actually in the promo for Season 2. Like, we filmed some of the promo stuff for Season 2 during the same time that we filmed the promo for our season.
Okay.
I'm in like a couple of the things, but I believe that my attitude and the way that I reacted to the feedback after the show was a reason why I passed up on those opportunities.
Okay, so they did want you to be a part of it then.
Yeah.
Okay. Because some of the fans were wondering, like, oh, where's Jazmone, Especially the fact that Tiana was on there, too. They were like, they figured if Tiana's on there, then of course they're probably going to catch, Jazmone, too.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, would you have done it? Yeah,
I would have. I would have done it if I had known that it would have been better for me to revive myself from Season 11.
Right.
I would have definitely done it. Like, if I would have had someone tell me, like, yo, no, you need to go on here because this is the way that you're going to be able to, not erase this shit that happened, but be able to redeem yourself and show them who you truly are outside of the chaos. Like, at least you have, like, a motive. Like, you have something to do. Like, you're not just living off of liquor all day.
Exactly. And see, with Tiana, All Star Battle 2 helped her out a lot because the fans learned to love her because they loved her on All Star Battle. They didn't like her on 11, but they loved her on All Star Battle. And she actually ended up winning.
Yeah, I know. I was so proud of her.
Yeah. So, what was your reaction to her winning?
I was excited. I was really, really proud for her. She deserved it.
Yes.
She worked really hard, especially seeing those challenges that they have. I was like, get that shit. I was excited.
Yes, because I
watched it because of her. I watched it because of her.
Right. Tiana, I think it was Tiana, Sarah, Janelle, and I think there was one more, but I cannot remember. And I remember Janelle left during the double elimination, but she was pretty good. And Sarah and Tiana, they had made a pact.
They made it to the end. Didn't they make it to the end?
Yes, together they both did. I was like, yes.
Yeah, they wrote that shit out. Yeah.
Just like I was telling, I was like, girl, y'all did that. That's just period.
Yeah. Tiana's a really good team player.
Yeah, so then, okay, you declined All-Star Battle 2. They also did BGC 13 Redemption, which was another way of redeeming yourself. But it was
Hell no. I sent them in my video tape. I sent it in me cussing them the fuck out. Yo, I went up on production, smoking a Newport. I went up on production on my casting video for Redemption.
Girl, why?
Because I was so upset. I was so disgusted. I could not believe that all them days, all them hours, all them minutes that they filmed me in that house, that's what they decided to show of me. I was like, I'm not giving y'all another chance to play me like that. No. Hell no.
Right, okay then. So you kind of thought like how Stassi from season 7 thought. Because Stassi didn't like how they had her looking on season 7. And then when she did All-Star Battle 1, she was like, you know what, fuck y'all, I'm not doing this again.
Yes, okay. I could not.
Right.
But had I had ex-bad girls that have previously done this, like the sisterhood that we're supposed to fucking be and be helping each other, extending bags and helping us reach deep into them, I would have been like, hey sis, you need to take this shit, okay? You're not looking good in the limelight. You need to fix that shit. Instead, they want to be offering me weaves and shit and be clowning and shit instead of offering game. Like, fuck that, I'm going to be pretty all the time. Offer some knowledge. Tell me what book to read. Can I borrow your lawyer? Like, but they don't do that. That's not how they made.
Okay, but looking back on it, you still would have said no.
Looking back on it, knowing the things that I know now, I would have definitely took it. I would have took every opportunity that came at me.
Yeah, because the way they did this season, instead of 7, it was 9, and they were all star bad girls, and it was the original Bad Girls Club dynamic. The only difference is if you made it to the end without getting sent home, you got a bonus on your check, and they didn't play the fighting shit.
Too. See, yeah, no, I did not know.
Yeah, they didn't play the fighting shit this season either. You got sent right the fuck home when you fought.
See, and that's good. I would have definitely lasted longer, and I would have been like, they wouldn't have expected it because I'm very athletic, so I would have been eating them challenges. Mm-hmm. But it's all good. What God has for me is for me, and I don't think that I was even in a mental space to even appreciate the opportunity. So I think that everything that happened in perfect timing because I don't think I was mentally ready for that.
Okay. And did they call you to do any of the specials? Like, I know they did a funniest bad girl moment special, all that.
I think they was over me at that point. They didn't put me in none of the clips or nothing. They was like, yeah, exit this girl out.
Okay then. And besides,
I'm telling you, I went up on them via email, via video, via phone, voicemail. Like, I was really in my feelings because I'm like, y'all really paid me.
Okay then. And during the All-Star Battle 2 era, were you and the other girls communicating like, hey, did they call you for this? Did they call you for that?
No.
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay then. So, besides the BGC franchise, did any other shows ask you to do anything with them?
No. Nope.
Okay then. So, do you still speak to any other girls?
Oh, I'm lying. X on the beach. I forgot.
Baby, yes. Tell me the tea, boo-boo.
But that was 2000 and...
It was probably the first season.
It was 2018.
So it was the first season, I think. It was either the first or second season.
Yeah, and they reached out and they asked me if I wanted to go on a dating show. But I'm going through a divorce. Like, I got married in 2015.
Okay.
And I was in the process of, early 2018 is when I had started my divorce process. So, yeah. And I wasn't thinking about no relationship. I wouldn't want to bring my ex on no beach.
Shit, girl, let me tell you something. That
No, he don't deserve it. I would have had to hire me a fake ex. I would not fucking. He don't deserve it.
right, right,
Niggas don't deserve opportunities.
right. You didn't want to give him no type of come up.
No, he already don't want to sign the papers because yeah, no, because I'm about to open this private school and he think he's gonna have part of it. Like, nigga, like, I am not Mary J. Blige, and you are not about to get my money. Niggas is crazy.
Okay then. But I know from your season, Janelle, she actually did season 2. Did you think, look, because now that I know that you were called for that, do you think that probably production was trying to get y'all back on the same, show?
Oh, I would hope not.
Because based on, yeah, because it seems like that.
She really feels, she really hates me. Ooh. I wouldn't even want to do that to her.
Okay then, so you wouldn't do the challenge or anything either?
I would do the challenge.
Okay. Because I remember when
Anything that's active. I don't want to just be sitting in the house like Big Brother. Like, no, give me like a challenge or something to do.
Right.
Make it fun.
Right. Because I know MTV is opening their doors to more bad girls. So that's why I asked. Because you never know. They could probably end up calling you for something. But I know you're not trying to get... Right. I know you're not trying to get into a dynamic of rivals. Because I know they do rival seasons and stuff. And just like I was telling Tiana, I was like, there probably might come a time where they'll call you and they'll be like, hey, we want you to do a rival season with Janelle or some shit.
That would be cool.
Okay, so you would do that?
Yeah, I was actually thinking that Bad Girls Club should, like, revamp a season. Like, okay, so season 11 was one of the worst rated seasons, and also season 7, I believe. And it's like 2 other seasons that were like the worst ranked seasons. I think that they should bring them back to the city that they started in, put them in a house, but you have to roommate with your rivals. And you guys have to do challenges, and you guys have to do like bonding and building exercises.
Okay, then. Oh, yeah, and I think you're talking about...
If you don't, like, if you guys get into an altercation or if you, like, get into it or something, then you have to, I don't know, either get eliminated or do, like, a activity together.
Okay.
Like, where you have to be tied together or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or be locked inside of a really, really small room with one another. Like, crazy shit like that.
Okay, then. And I think you were talking about season 8, though, because I know season 7, that was the shit.
Who was on season 7?
Season 7 was Judy, Nastasia, Tierra.
Okay, yeah, no, Nastasia. So season 8 is the twins?
See, yes, that was the season that really had all the jumping in it before y'all season came.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, like, they had Haley situations all through their season.
You ain't lying right there, though. You are not lying.
Yeah, they had Haley situations all through there, but that's their favorite, though.
Yeah. So, did you watch X on the Beach show? Like, have you ever watched the actual show?
No, I haven't.
Okay, then.
I haven't.
Okay. But like if you was to see any of the girls from your season today, what would your reaction be to them? Like, would you say, hey, how you doing? How you been?
Yes, I'm definitely gonna dig into their life and see how they been.
Okay.
And see what they've been up to.
Right.
See what's going on with them. Definitely.
Okay. And I remember after the show they said that Stephanie and Gigi had got into like a little beef. Did you know anything about that? They said they fought and everything.
I honestly found out about that with Instagram. Like, the same time everybody found out about it, I did too.
Okay.
And then I didn't bother to ask because I don't like being, like I said, I don't like being in the middle of people's stuff. Especially after the show, I really just learned to mind my business. So I just don't.
Right.
And I felt like if Gigi wanted to tell me, then she would have.
Okay.
You know, or if she felt like it was an issue to tell me, then she would have.
Okay. And do you still talk to Gigi today?
Yeah, every now and then.
Do you still talk? And I know you still talk to Tiana. I know she told me that. Gigi, Tiana, Stephanie?
No, I haven't talked to Stephanie in a minute.
Okay, then.
I haven't talked to Stephanie in a really long time. But I don't know if I haven't talked to Stephanie because she thinks that I'm affected by that situation. But I don't know why I would be. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with me. So I don't know.
Right. So I noticed some years later afterwards you had ended up having your daughter. She is adorable.
Yeah. Thank you.
She is a beaut. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty.
Thank you.
So what was that experience like, when you found out you were pregnant and...
Well, I had been in my second year of my marriage and was not expecting on getting pregnant. I actually was working on trying to figure out a way to revamp my career, like to revive it. That was where I was, and it just was a surprise. I was really excited. I'd never been pregnant before, so it just was like I was really cautious with my body, what I was eating, and just learning to take care of myself. So I felt like the time that I was pregnant was even a deeper time for me to find myself and go deeper inside to figure out the woman that I would want to be for my baby.
Right.
So it was exciting.
Yeah.
Liberating.
Yes. Do you plan on...
homeschool her. She'll be 4 on the 29th of March. She'll be 4. She's so freaking smart. I wish she was here. I'll let you talk to her. Yeah, that's my heart. Everything I do today, everything that I am today is because of her. Because I want to be her role model. I want to be her Beyonce. I want to be, despite whatever Google says, she could still be like, well, my mom is still Superwoman. She's still a boss. So,
right.
And that's all that
matters. Right. So, do you plan on having any more kids?
Not no time soon. The only kid that I'm about to birth is this school. I'm in the process of building a private school, so that's the only thing that I'm focusing on. The only other thing that I'm focusing on right now.
Okay. And have you been on the dating scene lately? You been looking, or you just on that business-ish?
Yeah, I'm just on my business-ish. I'm trying to build up my stat card, have my own foundation. I need to have my own house because I need my man to have his own house because we can't live together. I'm not dating. I just want to be divorced and free and have my last name back. And just be so deep in my bag that I got to hear God calling my name to see my man. That's to look up. That's it. I don't want
to. Right.
I don't need no distractions. Being a mother, and then I'm homeschooling my baby. I'm building this school. I also have a cleaning service, and I still do hair. So I really don't have time for it either.
I feel you, honey. And is there anything you would like to say to the fans?
No, but thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening. And yeah, I hope that everyone gets got the answers that they needed in this interview, and I hope that they enjoy it.
Yes, and I would like to thank y'all for listening as well. I hope this real deal keeps y'all entertained during y'all quarantine, because this shit is boring as fuck. Because it is. Oh my God. But, Jazmone, I would like to thank you so much, baby girl, for doing this with me, boo.
No problem. Thank you for having me, Justin.
Yes, boo. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day.